I needed to understand that, first of all, ritual killing isn't our culture.
It's not?
No, it's not our culture.
Oh.
Yes. If you have conversations with the traditional heads and rulers and, native doctors and all of that, it has never been our culture. It just came from people's greed, who now decide to say, okay, if I have to present fruits, for instance, for blessing, to do like a sacrifice for blessing, and, I get that blessing, but it's not enough, what else can I do to get more of that blessing? I said, okay, bring blood. And it started with animal sacrifice. And before we realized it, we started hearing of human sacrifice. It's never in our culture. It's just the greed of, just the same way that the religious people you have somebody who is a pastor who is doing evil and somebody who is a pastor who is doing good. Every religion, they have people who choose to go the other way. So it isn't our culture.
Is money ritual real though? Is it real?
Some people believe it's real.
Not culture.
Okay, so the reason why...
Okay. So it's not our culture. It was something that evil people just decided to use, just the way you get into fraud and do this and do that, which has now branded us as part of our culture. And we need to change that. If you discuss with people who are abroad most of the time, they look forward to some of these movies and they use it to judge you when you travel. It's not that country that people kill people. It's not that country people use people for blood money.
Yes.
You use people to make money and all of that. It has never been our culture. I'm not against telling our stories. Funmilayo Ransome Kuti was an example of how rich our culture is. But let's tell our culture the way it is, not with the embellishment of the greed that we want. And I think government can stand on it because it's not even our culture in the first place. Now, secondly, the populace that we have are not mature in to the extent that they cannot decipher for themselves. We have people who, because they have watched this movie, will decide to go and use their sister. And that's how the Yahoo Plus started. Because if Kanayo can do it and get away with it, why don't I do it? I've been watching vampire movies for a very long time. I've never decided to become a vampire or want to come and bite Mariah's neck.
But there are some people...
It's not...
Nigerian people know, but in people, they have that.
See, movies can be very impressive. Like, it can leave lasting impressions.
When we get to that point where the majority of the people can make the right decisions, then your 18 plus, your 16 plus, your 12 plus will work. Right now, the 18 plus, the 10-year-olds are watching it under our noses, and we feel there's nothing bad about it.